So the dust settles and what is turning out to be India's most critical state election. It will decide which way, क्या करवट पलटेगी politics, क्या रास्ते से चलेगी. Will it be about religion? Will it be about the constitution? Will it be about dadagiri? Will it be about the rule of law? Will it be about the constitution, pillars of constitution? Will it be about their strength, their independence, judiciary, the CBI, the ED, all these institutions? Or will it be just Raja and Praja? However, seeing from his body language and where he talks down at you and his cavalcade that runs down, which he calls a road yatra or rath yatra, hardly a rath yatra in a 7 crore or 8 crore car, right? Hardly a rath yatra. And decked with flowers, and he's standing up and he's got 3 of his own pictures. This just shows how it's only about him. It's about nobody else. There was no other person on the screen anywhere or anybody's name. It's like, and they, and then it's kind of, on the other side you have these guys walking with the people, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Kharge, connecting with the people. And when you see this, the way this whole this Bajrang Dal has been connected with the with Jai Bajrangis, people who like unity. You see how they have weaponized religion, right? And this country is not about that, right? But what I'm told is what I can see actually is basically the way he runs it, his body language, the way he talks down to us. It's all about making all of us into a mansik gulam. Capture our thought process only on religion. Forget that we are hungry. Forget that we don't have job. Mansik gulam. This is exactly how Rajas control their prajas, right? At the end of the day, you are at their mercy. And this is not the way a democracy is supposed to work. This is not what our constitution, Baba Bhimrao Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, all the guys that independence worked so hard for, was not the situation. The other thing is what they call it seems like a militarization of Hinduism or Fauji-karan of Hinduism. And it seems they have to do that to create this great umbrella, and that's how the only way they can create hatred. And all really wrong. And what you saw this in Karnataka, when you saw the way these road shows were conducted, and the difference between what Rahul Gandhi and the Congress was doing and the way. And here, they're the only 2 people out there. There's nobody else there at all. I mean, only the Home Minister and the Prime Minister. The Home Minister should actually have been concerned of what was happening in Manipur, but they weren't, right? And there was actually a news item thrown in. I remember I spoke about it yesterday. He's finally giving up his campaigning and going to be talking about looking in details of Manipur. Apparently, he didn't. That was only a lie. I can't substantiate, but apparently we've seen the day he was supposed to do that, he had rallies in Karnataka. There goes Manipur, folks. So here's what it said. It says the tale of 2 campaigns, PM's roadshow versus Rahul's bus ride, all about Modi right till the end for BJP, mostly about local issues for Congress. And like I said, this is one of the most despicable notices that was sent by the EC, which absolutely showed that the depths that these institutions of democracy, pillars of democracy have sunk to. EC asked Congress to clarify on Karnataka sovereignty and did nothing about this Bajrang Bali Nara that the Prime Minister was actually asking for votes in the name of Bajrang Balis. In the name of Hanumanji. That is kind of so sad. So are we going to sit here, say for example, if the Congress wins, right, and the BJP loses, are they going to then be able to say that the Ashirwad of Hanuman is on Congress and not on them? I'm not sure which way this is going to go if that happens, right? This is kind of dangerous, right? And then he says about, I will now take control of Karnataka, I'll personally look after it, and I will ensure growth and make Karnataka into whatever. But the question is, what did he do for the last 8 years? But it's like the kiss of death. You just have to see exactly the same things he sold the same bill of goods to Manipur and to JNK, and look at what's happening in Manipur. You tell me. Right? And then you have this, like I said, Manipur government puts toll at 60 SC, says concerned over lives lost. Now, the other fellow comes out and says, Manipur, here we had this, all the bugs talking about how he's engineered the peace between Ukraine and Russia so that the Indians could be airlifted. But actually, it's like a Ukraine lookalike situation in our own country, in Manipur. Why do I say that? In massive evacuation drive, 450 plus flown out of Manipur. Far more than were flown out of or shipped out of Sudan, right? And in Manipur, you got to worry, right? Is the violence in Manipur is a byproduct of three interlocking processes. It says, these riots are this is written by Avinash Paliwal. These riots are a byproduct of three interlocking processes. One, a communal turn in pre-existing ethnic fault lines. Ever since the BJP's second election victory in 2022 assembly elections, Manipur has witnessed increased religious partisanship. And for this, I also, when I read this, I see second low intensity blast near Golden Temple in 2 days, 1 hurt. The devil's been allowed into Punjab too to have a free run. And I can see this thing playing out there. They should be careful because what's happening in Manipur is because of the RSS growing their roots in Manipur, in Tripura, in Nagaland, in Meghalaya, in Arunachal Pradesh. And there is going to be hell to play there because all the communities there are essentially Christian, right? And this is what, when Avinash Paliwal writes this, somebody in the BJP should take note. He says, most northeastern states depend on the central government for their financial viability. If the BJP rules the center, it's logical to have its rule the state too. This brutal logic ensured the Congress's decade-long dominance and explains its unrelenting collapse. For the BJP to confuse this as political hegemony is an error Singh may be forced to walk back from. And that's exactly what's happening. In Karnataka, what's happening is, right now, the breeze, the wind is blowing behind the back of Congress against the BJP. However, last mile activity, slog voters, this is where Congress almost always fails, is at the booth level. I'm hoping the booth level management, because of Shiv Kumar and Sida Ramaiya and hopefully by Sujrewal, is intense. There's lots of activity to ensure that booths are sanctimoniously maintained, and also that all of the voters, Congress voters, come in to vote. And nothing after 5 o'clock, whether it's what happened in Gujarat. So make sure that is not allowed. And this is the important part. You've done all the hard work. You've got everything going for it. You have actually no excuse to lose at this moment. And like I said, when the double engine sarkar comes in, it's like more often than not essentially a failure. And this is because when the center comes in, their agenda is completely different to the concept of federalism. In fact, federalism is an anathema to them. Right? And then you are at the biggest. When you see this, right, you know that the government is really is not walking the talk, right? It never has, right? In just over 5 years, 55 lives lost in 50 military aviation crashes in the 5 years. If they were so concerned about the armed forces, they should have at least made sure this didn't happen. Right? Instead, they seko their chapatis on soldiers' deaths and all that stuff. Right? But folks, that's why let's wait with the bated breaths for the 13th. Let's hope the people of Karnataka deliver a good result for the people who love the Constitution, the freedom of free thought, want their pillars of democracy to be independent and fair, especially the judiciary and the media. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.